Come on along. So hey, listen guys, I got a project coming up. Well, it's done. I'll tell you right now, it's done. But I'm putting this ahead because I want to talk to you about it. It's going to be another one of those long drawn out welding videos. I wish I could, I got to figure out something for a welding camera to show you what I do while I'm doing it. But this is a Ponsse that came to me. I like to say because I think I know what I'm doing. We don't know what happened in the past with the frame. So don't ask. Don't say, oh, that's a piece of crap, blah, blah, blah. In my years of working on these, this is the only one I've seen. And there's something, I don't know. My opinion is my opinion. But Ponsse is taking care of the problem. We are taking care of it like usual. That's what makes them such a great company. So with that, it's what it is the leveler on the front axle had pulled out of the frame. Don't know. I do know what I know. What I found in there is that it's been done before. We did the other side years ago. To be honest with you, I've been in the business long enough. It looks like they had a bad batch of steel. I'm not, and so it would be nobody's fault but the mill. It looks like the plates where that was all supported were laminated, like a ham sandwich. You can see where they spread apart in that thickness of metal. So it is what it is. Don't sit there and say, ooh, it's a, you know, piece of crap, blah, blah, blah. The point is, I'm trying to show you how I fix it, how I did fix it, and we'll go from there. So, kindly keep your, whatever, we'll go from there. So, enjoy what you see, and you'll see at the end what I did, and I did my magic, and it's done, and it's got to get, we are replacing pump seals and splitter boxes while we got everything apart, not the splitter box but the drive coupling, and doing some other repair work too that we'll finish up off camera. But I just wanted to show you this welding procedure that I took, and how when I'm given the time, how to properly, and that's with any project, if you have time to do it over, you had time to do it right in the first place. So with that, I bid you whatever. And what else do I want to tell you? Hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Things are moving. They slow down a little bit on the channel, but it is summer, so people aren't watching as much or whatever. But we'll go from there. It's going to be, like I said, a long one. Thanks for watching. You guys take care. Watch her till the end. How's this one look? Ooh, yeah, she's starting to come apart.
It's done.
Yeah. Is there a seal behind her? Sure there is. Behind that coupler. It's wet down on the bottom there. Right there. Or is that coming from the breather from the...
Probably all the breathing.
Oh, sure.
Check it out.
Yep, check it out. Holy crap. I gotta get in there and work. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, you're at the coupler. How in the... Oh boy. Am I looking at the right stuff? I am.
That's as good as it can get for you.
Yeah, I hear ya. Cram my head down in there and give her ding. I need those 2 pieces, see?
Are those coming or?
No, I gotta reuse them. It took. Yeah. So you got parts on order too, right? Yeah. Seals and, yeah, we gotta get that. Alright, I just wanted to look and see what you're up to. It's been all day, I haven't pestered you. Time to pester you. Oh, we got logging going on this oil pan. Okay, it's a lot different than the other day. Did you know there's 2 or 3 hoses running through there too? Also? Chunks, look at that.
I pulled that off by hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, it's pretty fresh, but there's some lamination in this one. I just don't, you know, it's not my deal. I just gotta fix it. Right? Right. How much are we gonna be able to swing out of our way, Mike's way?
You want me to do that? Ratchet strap as much as I can.
Whatever you can, as long as you know where it goes and it ain't gonna wreck nothing when you, like, make sure you ain't got no sensors and stuff like that to get pinched off. You got a plug down here, or is that a part of the, underneath that hose? Is that part of the dipstick?
Believe it or not, or is it
No, it's a fitting. Just for you.
mine?
Oh yeah, and then at the same time, we're gonna take that loose, that cylinder, take the top out, or take it right out, and we're gonna push this axle down.
Stand on it, it'll go down.
Will it? Yeah, but will it go all the way? I guess it doesn't matter, I just wanna be able to clean all the grease, and so I don't start a fire down in there.
Yeah.
We gotta take that cover off and scoop out all the crap. This looks like fun. Yeah, okay. I wonder, well, I'll talk about it in a minute here. Hey, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Oh, I got the parts all cut apart for that Ponsse Ergo. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in a discovery mode, I can tell by what was done. I cut it apart with a cutoff wheel rather than a torch or a carbon arc. I want to know what's going on and how come that gave up on that frame. I gotta know so I can fix it properly. You know that? I got all the grease cleaned out of her today. Kyle's got everything pulled over the other direction. I'm gonna cover that all with a fire blanket. Gotta get my rear end in here. I was feeling underneath here this morning. I ain't gonna do it. I just washed up, but there's a section. This has been done before. There's a section in here, right along this. This is the original weld. I can see it right there. Over to about here, and that's what tore out. It's the original. I don't know if they. I just don't know. But right in here and right in here, there was no attachment. There was no penetration on that weld. So this little 1/2 inch thick, let's say, there's brackets that go all the way down. These pieces are supposed to be, this tower goes down, and yeah. Anyways, I'll make it right. That's what I do. Good job, boy. Yeah, I see that stuff after a while. Hey, yeah, so I just gotta go blow the black snuff out of my nose because I've been grinding and grinding and grinding. And really takes a toll. Let me reach for the light. Spooky. I haven't decided if I'm going to show this yet. Well, yeah. This is my repair of the week. You guys have seen it, I guess, or I don't know what I've been showing, but I got it all cleaned up today. That tower mounts right here. And I got this Chinese wrench holding what I'm going to do in there, and which... Ouch! Because I got a plate that I'm going to put in there. And make a box section out of that internally. I don't know if you can see it or not, but what's going on here, as near as I can tell, it was cracked over here years ago or whenever. You can see the bleed through weld. Somebody's repaired it from that side, and actually when I took the other part off, it's been repaired or modified at one time. So what I've figured out in my illustrious wisdom is it's doing the oil can effect. This dimension in my cut line is parallel, is off, and so this, I shouldn't say it's, once it cracked back here, it's sitting here oil canning like a oil can or a pop can, just, and it just keeps working back and forth, and eventually that popped off. No pun intended. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to box this section internally. There's hoses that run way down on the bottom, which I got plenty of clearance for. But that's what I'm going to do. And you notice I got everything prepped. Everything is covered with fire blanket to keep my grinding dust out of it, all the way up to the engine, all the way up to the hydraulic tank. Everywhere possible that we can get debris in, it ain't going to happen. Because we're prepared for that. Well, we pretend we know what we're doing sometimes. So yeah, that's what I'm going to plan on doing. The reason I'm doing it is logical. Okay, logic rules my roost sometimes. It's a bugger to get in over here and weld. Okay, I got to do one weld upside down, which is whatever. If I can dip in this cross section right here to keep that tower, as I'm going to call it, where the hydraulic cylinder mounts nice and tight and rigid. Why not do it right where I got access? It's broke anyways. I'm going to weld in that box section. Essentially, you'll have like two tubes that'll have to, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I just tacked that wrench on so I could put it where I want and hang it in before I tack it, and I'll bust that off. But yeah, and I can lay my beads right in there. Then I'm going to put another plate under this radius to this surface here, weld it, then I'm going to cap it yet. So I'll have 1, 2, 3 plates in there, and then the tower will go back on. Then I've yet to determine if I'm going to come out. We'll go from there. We'll see what happens. Sometimes I just got to let my mind do it. I'm back. Doing what I say. Got me a plate welded in there. She's now boxed in. And I got this puppy here. I'm gonna lay in there. See? And then I'm gonna sandwich another one on top. So she's gonna be, I gotta weld it in and then grind that groove. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3 points of stiffness in there. Just wanted to show that to you before I welded her in. Oh, I got a few pinholes. Damn welders. Damn grease. Alright. Here I am again. Doing my thing. I got her mounted in there, eh? And what I decided to do is what I decided to do. You can judge me if you want, I don't care. Anyways, besides that, this is metric plate. But I got 5/16 plate. Anyways, I welded in that box like I was showing before. Welded another one in. It's up underneath here. I got it fitted nice and tight. Put a weld in here. And what I decided to do is to raise this off. That's what these little things are doing. And I got some tubes on this side. Because what I discovered mostly was that this weld was the weak point from everybody who's redone this. So that was a full pen groove all the way from one side to the other. And I used my hardwire just so I could, kind of like doing a first pass, a root pass in a pipe. You know, to get in there decent and to know I got in there decent. And what I did was I left myself, see that there? The 5/16 is what I need, or whatever millimeter that is. It's flush. That's what I needed. So anyways, I'm going to go around and do that 100% to this member. This member. That was one bead straight across, full pen. I got to do the inside yet. I'll get that all cleaned up, tie it in right here. And then what I'm going to do is put the other plate on top of it. Weld it in here. Put a nice groove weld out here, all the way around. Then yet another weld on top of that to that plate. So I have structure, weld, weld, weld. That's going to tie that together in so many places that there's not going to be any flex there. If something breaks, it's going to be something else, like the cylinder or something. So it's taken me some time, but I'm doing it this way because that's what I'm going to do. That's what I want to do. I don't want to scab a bunch of crap on there and hope for the best. I want to do it right. That's the way I do things. So this never comes back. And you notice too, I put these tubes on there. That was to get myself flush, parallel. This was perpendicular. Here is perpendicular to the frame, but I was able to touch off on the bottom back here and then have a place to run all my beads into, which there again, it's a runoff plate. You don't have starts and stops, you've got it out there. I'll cut it off, grind it flush, off you go. So I'll bring you back when I get some more done, and then I'm going to put the original gussets back in here, and then I'm going to tie them into these the subframe that goes across that holds the axle. I'm just not going to be as gaudy as the other side, but I'll do it my way. So anyways, yeah, that section is going to be boxed in really good, and it's going to be tied right into the cross member, and we won't have any more problems anymore. Till the next one, I'll keep bringing you back step by step. I don't have time during the day when I'm working to actually film. 40 million people coming through here, and I'm right here by the front. So it is what it is. So we'll see you later. Step into my office. It's been a busy day today. Putting out fires, you know, that kind of stuff. Sometimes literally. A lot of grease in here. I wanted to show you where I was at here, just because, why not? So, she's all welded in, she's welded underneath, That was a bugger. I got this plate, I don't know, yeah, I showed you earlier, all flushed off. So there's a plate down here, there's a plate underneath here, now there's another plate here, all tied together like a jigsaw puzzle. This weld goes all the way back out, so I left a gap in the plate, so it actually attaches straight through. That way we're not relying on just the plate. What else? Oh, yeah, I got it all done, and then let me get on this side. I should really get prepared before I do this. So, then I got to looking at what we did on the other side, and somebody did. Wasn't me that time. Apparently this happened on the other side, and we won't go into that stuff, but we're just going to talk about the repair. So that one over there is a little bit more crude, if you will. It's a good job. It's held up. It is what it is. So I decided to make my own. What there is there's the cross member in here that goes all the way from one side to the other that supports the axle and the differential pivots on it. So there's a nice thick plate right here down in there. And so I just got done making these up and blasting them. It's kind of just what they did on the other side. It's just like I said, a little bit more refined. I rounded the edges, I cut it so there's more clearance here for hoses and stuff. You know, it is what it is, but I've got it set up pretty much perfect. So I've got everything clean. I may even weld this over on the bench first because I can weld it in position. Set it on here. All I gotta do is grind a little bit of paint. And this one too fits. It's basically a 45-degree angle, I found out through a little measuring and checking. And I've got it sitting right down on that vertical member that goes across. So this is just extra. I think this would work, but we're not going to find out. We're going to put extra. When I get done welding this, I'll blend it. That'll be a nice vertical up. I may even increase the gap a little bit there. So basically that's it. That's how I'm going to tie it in. And if you're wondering why we can't go out here, there's a huge panel that goes across here. It's got to be, we got to have room. We got to have room for that panel right here to cover this whole section of the motor and the pumps, and so that's why we can't. We could technically. I thought about it later. We could have tied right out here and just put slits in the panel. I don't know why we didn't do that years ago, but anyways, it wasn't much work. I just notched that out. Made these. I got to blend that a little bit. I got a little high, but you'll see. It'll turn out nice. So here again, we're doing a little step-by-stepper. Maybe you can see it in the side of there. Let's see how that shows up. That member, see where it connects? Oh, am I showing the right spot? There we go. So, and you'll notice I blasted it. It's all clean because I got a cabinet blaster from the Snappy guy. I love it. See, that's a little bit off. Right there, she matches up perfect. There'll be a weld inside. It'll be cool. It'll be cool and it'll look professional. I did give it a little bit right here, extra thickness. From over the years, it had broke enough times that it got ground down pretty good. So, anyways, I'm done for today. So we will see you later. I'll bring you back when I got her done. So I'm deciding to work today. I'm going to weld up these two pieces I made for that frame on the bench and get them all polished up, because why not? Weld them in position and put them on and do all the stuff that then I only got one vertical over there. Two. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna weld them here on the bench, do all my blending, polishing, put them over there, then I'll look like a professional. Because that's what I do. Well, there's the fit up. Doesn't it look like it was a formed piece? Minus, it would be nice to have a little gusset up here, but for all intents and purposes, it's going to do what it's got to do. See the fit up? Right on the money, huh? I don't know if you can see the other one. So, anyways, I got to do a little bit more to get that just a fuzz tighter. Actually, I think I like it there. I'm going to hardwire vertical up that and then do the covers with. This one I got to open up a little bit. Let me see. I'm going to go grind that open so it's the face is. So I got more room to work that deep, basically. But yeah, that's going to look nice. When it's all done, it's going to look factoria. That's what I want. I don't want it to look like somebody hacked and boogered on it. I want it to look like it was meant to be. I got these cut back so they got clearance for the hoses. So it'll be nice. Because you always got time to do it right the first time. Because you know the drill. If you got time to do it over, you had time to do it right. So, back to it. So where was I? Oh, I was right here. She's all done. Well, I gotta paint her up. Wow, it's just outside, it's bright out. Bright. She's all done. Got her all welded up. Got her all cleaned up, ready to go. Paint, paint, paint. Now, what was I gonna tell y'all? Doesn't it look like it was just like it was a formed piece? That's nice. I like that. I like what I do. You know, somebody said that to me one day. You know, why do you do this stuff? And I say, because I can, and I like it, and I like doing a good job. So hopefully nobody else grumbles and whatever. Is what it is. So I'm going to paint her up and then we'll call her good. Just wanted to show you how that worked. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's all done. How does she look? Just got done putting another coat of paint on it. And that's it. Like I said earlier, we've got some pumps to put in. Pumps. We got everything to put back in, but you saw the clutch. Gonna reseal the pump. And I don't know, I haven't done one of these myself. It's always the boys. I don't know. They know where all that stuff goes, and it'll be running in a day or so back to the customer. So hope you enjoyed that video. I'm going to be done with it after this. Just wanted to show you that rest of that welding. So see you, bye. Hey guys, if you'd like to see more, help support the channel, click the thumbs up, subscribe, and the little bell icon next to the subscribe button so you get notifications every time I put up a video. It'd be really appreciated. This gets to be quite a chore sometimes, and every little bit and every one of you subscribers helps, so I'd appreciate it. Click the subscribe, the little bell. Take care. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoy my videos.